What's up, everybody? Grumpy Old Bear here. Today we're talking about Raid Shadow Legends. Download it for free today. What are we talking about? Well, we're not doing a 2x video. I already did my shards. I didn't get a Lego. I got some cool new epics. I think I rounded out my Shadowkin pretty well, or luckily. And so what did I get in my 2x? Well, I got... where are they? Where are they? Okay, so I got Doom Priest, a duplicate. I got Zargala twice, which is a quad. But I got a new champion. I got Hutatsu. Hutatsu looks like he got his face blasted with a shotgun. It's wide open. It's freaky looking. He's a cool looking champ. Cool armor. I think these are wings. Not sure. What does he do? He's a defensive based champion, so it's easy to keep him alive. He removes one random debuff at the start of each turn and will remove stun, sleep, freeze, fear, true fear, and provoke before all other debuffs. So that's cool. He does increase defense and continuous heal on all allies. It books down to a 3-turn cooldown. He does decrease attack against all enemies, books down to a 3-turn cooldown. And then he has leech there. So cool looking new Shadowkin. This is what my faction looks like right now for Shadowkin. Do all the way to the bottom. Okay, so I got Jintaro, I got Hutatsu, I got Sachi, I got Oboro, I got Chinoru, and I got this thing. Y'all tell me, I don't know what it is. Is it a he? Is it a she? No idea. He's got a stone baby on the front. He's got baby heads in the back. All these little figurines here. Some cool looking scythes, or sickles I should say. Weird looking dude. But I like his kit. Turn meter fill on his allies and increase attack. And again, turn meter fill and turn meter fill on the person with the highest turn meter. So he's saying, okay, next in line, get up there and go. And then he has a daze or sleep on his A1. So cool looking champ. Accuracy in arena battles by 30. You know, it's okay. But for a rare, not too bad. I like the turn meter stuff. So I'm not too sure which one I'm going to build out and how I'm going to put this squad together. I don't even know if I'm going to use Yoshi. You know, I got him during the fragment thing, but I don't know yet about Yoshi the Drunkard. Anyway, I also got Melga Steel Girdle. Melga. Melga looks like a gladiator from the Roman times with this, this centurion-looking helmet there. Centurion dwarf, I would say. Double maces, ready to put the beat down on somebody. She's got a revive. She's got a shield and heals, and she does a remove random debuff from a random ally. So cool looking champ. Very good for faction wars. If you're struggling in dwarf, I've already done faction wars. I got my Lydia a while back, and very much advise doing your best to do faction wars because Lydia is a beast. Anyway, who are we talking about today? We're talking about Ruel the Huntsmaster. We are talking about this guy who most people got during the previous fragment event. What does he do then? He puts the new debuff hex on people. He puts the veil on himself and he increases accuracy. Mine is not booked out, just FYI. So these cooldowns are 6 turn. This one's a 4 turn. Attacks all enemies. Ignores 25% of each target's defense if there are 4 or more enemies under hex debuffs. So very cool skill there. And then it has a decreased defense on his A1. I built mine with Helm Smasher. Let me see if I can move myself out of the way here. Give me 1 second. Alright. So, whoops. I built mine with Helm Smasher. Accuracy, Lower Steel, Master Hexer, and Sniper to, make sure I land those debuffs and may have a chance to extend them. Crit rate, crit damage. I went Grim Resolve because this guy is super squishy. So, yeah, we went Helm Smasher there. Move myself back in the right place. And we went Helm Smasher down there with Cycle of Violence, Life Drinker to heal him, possibly heal him back up, and then the more he kills in arena and other locations, he does more damage. So that's what I did there. The reason being for this A2 right here. So if you get 4 people under hex debuffs, well, he's ignoring 25% of the defense. If Helm Smasher procs at the same time, that's 50% ignore defense. And then I went with Cruel Set here. If you have Savage gear, Savage and Cruel Set stacked together would be even better. I didn't have the right kind of stats for Savage Set, so I went with this kind of build: speed, perception, accuracy and speed, and then a cruel set with attack and ignore defense. 284 accuracy, 91 crit rate, 242 crit damage, 209 speed, 4.8 or 4,800 attack, and 30,000 HP. This was a struggle to get to. It's a struggle to get to. His HP is extremely low for a Lego. And why do I say that? 13,000 base HP at 6-star fully ascended. Even Fane has more than he does. Kyle has more than he does. Frozen Banshee has more than he does, and even Coldheart has more than he does. So, like, you're talking about a very, very squishy champion. That's why that perfect veil is kind of important for him to not be a target. Is he hard to get going in arena? Yes, he is, because he requires 2 turns to really, smash. And that's in anywhere. If you got him and you've been playing with him, you kind of figured that out already. He's hard to get going, but once he does get going, he hits really hard. Is he up there with like an Astrolon? Maybe. My Astrolon's booked out, so it's kind of hard to compare. Kind of similar stats, 5,000 attack, 265 crit damage, 92 crit rate. Astrolon just hits hard, but like, again, he's fully booked out, and my Huntsmaster is not. I would liken him to someone like Foley as far as damage is concerned. And even my Foley, is not as well built as Ruel is, and they do about the same amount of damage. So that's just something to keep in mind. He can hit very hard. I saw, some of the content creators out there, like, Hell Hades got to use him fully booked, that kind of deal, and he was, just smacking people. And so he can hit hard. He needs books, in my opinion. Other than that, he's kind of, strong to average as far as the damage is concerned there. I've tested him in arena. Like I said, it's hard to get him going. It takes 2 turns. He needs two turns. Even though his A3 pushes his turn meter up by 50%, he still needs to go again. So it's kind of hard to get him going, especially where I'm at in Gold 4. These, pretty much everybody's using Arbiter. I could show you against this guy, but what's the point? Maybe something like this. We'll try it out. We'll see what we can do here. Sorry, I was doing Doom Tower earlier, so I had that. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure if we're going to get the second chance to go, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to try. Just so you can see the damage that he can do in arena with the way I built him. So we're going to come into increase turn meter. We're going to do decrease defense with Lydia. We're going to steal their turn meter with Lysandra. We're going to put the Hex on and increase our accuracy, which is nice. We're going to try to boost our turn meter again, and let's see who we can lock down here. We don't want her to go for sure. We don't want him to go. And here we go with some smacks. Let's see what we got. I'm going to slow it down, and we'll see the numbers. So pretty much wiped them out. If you can get him going, he can wreck an arena. And that was a pretty, you got a Duchess here who's, known for the defense and resistance. So just that alone, wiped him out. So he did 107k damage, 107k damage, and that's what we did. So again, but you saw the setup. Speed and the speed and the speed, and then he was able to go. It's hard to get that going in arena unless you really boost his speed up higher. I did my best to get him above 200, as well as trying to get my crit rate, crit damage, attack, and HP up. So lots of things to notice there about Ruel. They're not Ruel. So like on my weapon, helmet speed, crit rate, helmet speed, crit rate, shield. I got a triple roll to crit rate there. Speed and crit rate, crit damage on the gauntlets with HP percent, attack percent, crit damage there, and then attack percent, accuracy there. I went with a HP ring. Like I said, it's hard to get them there with an HP percent roll to it, and then I maxed it out with the enchantment. On the crit damage, I got HP luckily on the roll, accuracy there, and then on the banner, accuracy with HP percent. So you can see some spots here where, you know, if you take out like the resistance and give me HP percent there on the weapon, that'd be better. Again, resistance for HP percent, that'd be better. Resistance for HP percent, that'd be better. And the same here, you know, and I don't know, get rid of the defense percent, give me HP percent, and his HP would be that much higher to where he wouldn't be the primary target going into battles. Um, Again, he does hit fairly hard. Uh, I think Ice Golem probably might be his best clearance there. I can try something here. Let's see, maybe take her out. We can bring him in, give him crit rate. I want to bring in Phoenix for the block revives. And then I got Syl. Obviously, everybody knows Syl. She's the best. She is a rock solid defense support champion. Lydia is a beast as well. She also has a deny revive, and it resets every 6 turns. So really good against Ice Golem. Let's see what this team can do. I haven't tried this composition out yet, so I have no idea how it's going to look. But we're going to find out. So decreased defense. There's a hex. There's a stuns. And then they're dead. So pretty much wiped them out, you know, in 12 seconds there. Not too shabby. He didn't even get a chance to do his A2. So again, you have to understand with Ruel, in order for him to do what he's supposed to do, I think he needs books. I think he needs a chance to put the hex out there and then come and smack with it. Again, I think he's going to pair really well with Thea Tomb Angel, because he can put the hex out there and then Thea can come in and just nuke her. She does like a stack up to 300% if they have hex or something like that. So it's crazy. And I'm just dropping myself because of that reflect damage. But luckily we have Syl to bring us back up. So here we go. There's a hex. There's decreased defense. Boom. Boom. So 90k, 100 something k damage across the board there. And again, he doesn't have books, guys. I know I said it plenty of times this video, but just in case you missed it, mine doesn't have any books, but he's smacking for, you know, 100k when there's hex out there and he does his A2. Pretty hard hitter. Again, I didn't know what the result of this composition would be. Yes, we got a block revive from Phoenix. We might be able to finish this now. The more, if you can get the ads to stay dead, you know, he doesn't ignore your defense, that kind of deal. So it ignores 50% of each enemy's defense for each ally, each alive ally, and it also does a 20% chance placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. This chance of placing a freeze debuff increases by 40% for each alive ally. So if you haven't read into Ice Golem and see what he's all about, this is what he's all about right here. He keeps bringing back his ads, or his allies, and he keeps laying the smackdown on him. So if you can get his allies dead, and that's why I like a Phoenix in there, then you can pretty much just take him down and he won't really hurt you anymore after that, you know, going forward. So at this point, it's just a matter of, you know, smashing through it. Not the fastest comp I built for Ice Golem, but pretty steady. Pretty I wouldn't say rock solid. Obviously, I got, you know, dead people, but you know, the whole point was to show you what. 56, 41, so 90k, you know, roughly. That's what Ruel brings to the table there. We got 859,000 damage, Ashelon 825, Syl 988, and Phoenix 903. So he's right there with these other guys as far as damage is concerned. Very cool champion, hits hard. Showed arena, showed what he can do in Ice Golem. I would not advise using him in Fire Knight, mostly because his A1 is a single target, his A3 doesn't hit, and his A2 is a double hit, but they have to have Hex on there for it to get there. So I wouldn't advise Fire Knight. Dragon, he's good in. Obviously not 20 because he's a negative affinity, but like 21, 23, 24, he can get there. He can do some work. I think I tried this comp earlier today and it didn't work out too well, but I just want to show you what he can do as far as damage is concerned. So I'll give you a preview there. We're gonna come in. We got decreased defense with Venus. There's the Hex out there. We're gonna see if we can get some stuns off. got a couple. We're going to, pain, and we're going to sleep some people just in case I get a turn. Nope. And here goes Ruel. Let's see what he can do. I'll slow it down so you can watch it and bring it up here. So here we go. Remember, this is 24, so they have extremely high defense, extremely high HP. 40s across the board, 2 times. That's about 80k damage there. So, not bad for not having any books. We do have decreased defense and weaken out there, which enables him to do more damage. You can kind of see what's going on with the, the composition there, but that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next highlight here. Spider, he can be good in. I would, I'd be careful bringing him in anything past 20. Again, he's very, very squishy. Let's see here. We got that. We'll just do a double cold heart just to make sure we keep that turn meter down. Or, you know what? I'm gonna bring in Mr. Double M there, Miscreated Monster, just for some protection, so you can kind of see what Ruel can do against the Spider. So we're gonna come in. We're going to decrease turn meter with Lysandra. We're going to decrease defense and weaken with Venus. We're going to put Hex out there and increase our accuracy. And we're going to come in with the shield. We're going to Art of Pain here. Okay, and decrease turn meter. Okay, here goes Ruel. Let's see what he does. I'll slow it down. I'll try to bring it up so you can see what he does against the main boss. 75 across the board, a couple times. So he does do work. He does do work. Again, he hits really hard, but he's extremely squishy. So luckily, he has that perfect veil on himself for a couple turns, and that's what he's there for, is to hide himself. Like a hunter, camouflage yourself, that kind of deal. So it kind of makes sense. His name is the Huntsmaster. But you can see he's just, taking all the poisons, which is fine because we got that massive shield from Miscreated Monster. So if you've never tried Miscreated Monster and Spider and you're having problems, bring him out, guys. That shield is insane. You can pretty much bring any squishy person you want, and Miscreated Monster will just throw out that monster of a shield. This is where Miscreated Monster gets his biggest shields from, is in Spider, because of all the enemies, and his shield is based on the damage that he does. So with that hit, and also does Ally Protect. So very cool. Ruel did some work there. 1.27 million versus 4.9 for Cold Heart, 1.3 for Miscreated Monster, and 2.9 for Venus. So he does do damage, but again, he takes 2 turns to do his damage. It's not a one-turn thing like these guys are. It's a 2-turn deal. So he can do Spider. He can help you in a lot of different areas of the game. Is he good for clan boss? Maybe early clan boss, like brutal on down, where you're not really worried about speed tuning just yet, and survivability, because again, his HP is extremely low for a Lego. Extremely low for a Lego, but that's something you need to consider when building him out. Do you want to keep his HP low? Not worry about his HP and just have him come in there, do a couple hits, and then he's dead. You can revive him if you have somebody to do that. I didn't want him to be too much of a target, but regardless, he's going to be. His HP is just really low and really hard to get higher than what I got there without sacrificing some of his other stats. Again, this is what I have him at: 284 accuracy, 91 crit rate, 242 crit damage, and 4.8 attack. So that's my Ruel, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's kind of like a champion spotlight. Those are the few places I think he's really good at. Arena, he can be really good there if you have the right setup. I think he's really good in Ice Golem. He can do Spider. He can do Dragon. After the magic, you want to get him to the right affinity. So Force or Spirit or Void. In Magic, unless you have somebody else being like a Spirit tank, where they're taking the hits and their HP is lower than his, maybe high defense, then you can consider bringing him in there. but you just need to be wary of what he does. So unless you get him booked out, this is a 6-turn cooldown. It books down to a 4-turn cooldown, and then this books down to a 3-turn cooldown. So you can see it goes boom, 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 and you know, again, this it fills this turn meter by 50%. So he can move very quickly if you focus on the speed more than other aspects of it. You know, if you can get his accuracy up pretty high while maintaining, you know, 4 pieces of speed gear or something like that, you can do that as well. The cruel set is not needed. I did it just for the sake of having that extra ignore defense there. Um, but yeah, that's my rule. Does he rule? I don't know if he rules just yet. He is very cool, and he does hit hard. I like his kit. He's fun to play. Um, you know, new champions are always fun to play, especially when you get them built out. You know, I love Brogni. I think Brogni is one of the best out there as far as being a support person with his shields and you know that kind of stuff like that. So Brogni was new, Rule was new, and then like I said, for my shard pools, I didn't get any new Legos. I got Fushan. They're in the 10x, so 10x, you know, rules. Supposed to get other champions, but I got Fushan instead, and that's how it goes. I just unlocked Dia not too long ago, probably early this week, and from Doom Tower hard mode, and this is who Rule is going to activate. Rule's going to activate this skill right here. Attacks all enemies. Damage increases by 50% for each hex debuff on the enemy team. Stacks up to 300%. So the more hex buffs they have on there, or hex debuffs they have, the more damage she does. So Thea the Tomb Angel is going to pair really well with Rule, because Rule's the only other person in the game besides Thea that does the hex debuff right now. So I want to see what that combination does. Once I build them out, I'll revisit this and let y'all know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Grumpy Old Bear signing out. Thank you for your support. Y'all have a good one.